All right, bonus points if you can guess what that march is. Put it in the comments. Again, hey, like and subscribe. I'd say this on every video, but I do kind of enjoy seeing the amount of subscribers grow. The channel is only a couple months old. Mainly these are just for eBay listings, but it's kind of cool to hear people's comments on these various turntables that I end up getting through here. I've been working on turntables for a long time, but only recently has decided, hey, I should start filming this when I'm trying to sell one so that people can actually see it work, and that's what all these videos are. So this is a Sony PS-LX55. There is a lot of Sonys in this lineup that have this assembly right here, and that's kind of the signature of the Sony linears, is this assembly. They use it pretty consistently across all of their linear track turntables. They're really kind of the only manufacturer that went with this style of assembly. You see Techniques tried to bury them in the dust cover, which is pretty cool if you're really quickly changing records out. It's one of my favorite turntables for that. And then Pioneer has one that's like that. You have, let's see here, Sansui has one that's just the arm. You can go through all of them, right? Yamaha, love theirs. Oh my goodness, the Yamahas are awesome. Luxman. Anyways, just about every manufacturer had a linear turntable at one point, or you know, Fisher. Gosh, yeah, just everybody had one. This one is a little bit different in that this assembly sits there, and you'll be able to identify a Sony by that assembly almost without error. So the Sonys are a little bit more finicky than the other linear track turntables, and I say that because when you're operating one of these, you just need to be patient with it. Like if I hit this raise the tone arm button, I got to give it a moment to think about it, and it will eventually do it. Like maybe there, oh, it did it, I just didn't see it. Okay, so anyways, give it a second to raise the tone arm. There it goes, and then I move it, and then give it a second to lower it. It just needs to think, and if you hit multiples of these buttons at the same time or in rapid succession, you're gonna confuse the living hell out of this thing, and it will end up just dragging the needle across your record. So that being said, if you are patient with it, this is a very good turntable. So I'm gonna stop the play here, and we're going to go ahead and pull the record off. This record is in absolutely atrocious condition. This thing probably belongs, its next step is bowl. It's going to become a record bowl, and I just made it even better. Right, so under the mat you'll see that this is actually a direct drive. Very good. It has two sensors here, a window here where a light shines down, and these two sensors try and pick up what's going on with that light, so it can automatically determine the size of your record, so you don't even have to tell it size. It does have manual size setting here for 33 and 45, and you don't have to change, of course, the setting for where it's going to drop the needle. It just automatically does it. This one in really good shape. It has a couple of scratches on here, but usually, you know, on these silvers, plastics, you'll see a lot of wear through where they've had scuffs. This one doesn't have too many. It has corner touches on all the corners, but outside of that, nothing really to speak of. It's in absolutely wonderful, good condition here. So good players overall. Wouldn't mind, again, giving a thumbs up, subscribe. I hope this is helpful. Oh, I actually forgot to mention how to repair these. So when you do get these and they're non-functional, there is a belt. Maybe I already said this. I don't know. This is the third time I've filmed this, and we're gonna go over it again if I've already said it. So you can just stop listening now if I already said it. Anyways, so if you get one of these that's non-functional, chances are it's just the belt. So there's a belt right in here. You turn it over, you unscrew about, I think there's like 9 screws. Unscrew all of those, the panel comes right off. You don't have to take the feet off. Don't take the feet off. And then there's a little belt in here. The belts on the linears, you don't really need to be too, like if you're in a pinch, you don't have to be too finicky about like what you put back in there, because it's not driving the record. And so if it's, you know, when you're buying a belt for a belt drive turntable, you want to be real finicky about the quality of belt that you put on there. When you're doing it for these linear, what the tone arm for the linears, you don't have to be super picky. It just needs to fit really well, because the motor will figure out how to move it. It's not gonna you know, do anything too silly. Just, you know, don't put something on that is super tight. Don't put something on that is super loose, because it may end up causing the tone arm to rip up your record. And you know, now that I say all that out loud, you know, use a substitute like a rubber band sparingly, like only if you're in a pinch. Don't, yeah. Anyway, so these are what I use here. This is what came off of it, and this is actually the size that goes on it. You can see that it was stretched a little bit, but you know, they look the same. They're right. This one will probably last another decade or two. That's it though. Oh, and lube the rail right here. May actually want to clean it off and then lube it, but all right, good. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching.